Welcome to this tuition center. Today we are going to continue again from where we ended yesterday. Yesterday we are looking at finding the mean of an arithmetic, but today we will continue looking at the sum of an arithmetic progression. Okay, how do you find this sum? What is this sum? If you hear the word itself, sum, this deals with what? The addition. So this is the summation of all the arithmetic progression. So consider the numbers that are here. 2, 3, and 4. So if you are to be asked to say find the sum of the first 4 terms, what are you going to do? So the sum, we are saying this is the summation, so you add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So 1 plus 2, this is going to give you 3 plus 3 plus 4, that is going to give you 7, and 3 plus 7 is going to give you what? It's going to give you 10. So the sum of the first 1, 2, 3, 4 of the first 4 terms is what? Is 10. Okay, so imagine you've been also asked to find maybe the sum of the 100th term. It's really difficult to start adding from 1 up to that 100th term. That's why now we are going to look at the formula that we use when finding the what? The sum of an arithmetic progression. So let's look at this formula here. So we have sum Sn is equal to n over 2. The n represents the nth term over 2. Then open square brackets, 2a, a represents the first term, plus c, n minus 1 d. So if you look at the n minus 1 d, that one we are even using it in the first lesson where we were dealing with the nth term, starting from a plus n minus 1 d. That's the formula that we are using. But under the sum, we've now included 2n and d, the fraction, which is n over 2. So this formula is used when at least you've been given some consecutive terms where you are able to find the common difference, and you have the first term, which is a. But in the case where you've been only given the last term and the first term, and it's very difficult for you to find the common difference, the formula that we use there, it is this one here, of which Sn is equal to n over 2, then open brackets, a represents the first term, and plus l represents the last term. So let's look at the example here, which the example reads, calculate the sum of the integers from 10 to 45. From 10 to 45. So remember, these integers are starting from 10 up to where? Up to 45. So what are we going to do? So you've been given the first term, which is 10, and the last term, which is 45. Now you need to find how many terms are there from 10 to what? To 45. Hence you are going to subtract 45 minus 10, which you are going to have 35. Then plus 1, because initially 10 is the starting point, so you're going to add 1 there, which is going to give you 36. So you're going to have 36 terms from where? From 10 to 45. So from there, what are you going to do? Okay, so from there, you're going to write your formula here, of which you're going to use the formula, the one which has got what? On first term and the last term. From there now, so where is the value of n? The value of n, that's the one we found when we subtracted 10 from 45 and we add 1, which is 36. That is the value of n. So S36 is equal to 36 divided by 2. Open brackets, the first term is 10 plus 45, which is the second term. Then what is 10 plus 45? 10 plus 45 is equal to 55. So 36 also divided by 2, you're going to have what? 18. So 18, when you multiply 18 times 55, you're going to have 990. So 990 is your what? Is your first, the sum of the 36 term. Let's try to look at the other example. Let's try to look at the other example there, which came in 2019 paper 1. And the question reads, for the sequence -10, -7, -4, -1, find the 17th term. This is very easy. 17th term. What are we going to do? We are going to use our usual formula, the formula that we started with, which is Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 d. This one here. From there now, you're going to collect data to know what is really there. So your data Tn is equal to question mark, because that's what we are looking for. Then A is the first term, which is -10. N is the what? Is the nth term, which is 17. And D is the difference, common difference. So what is this common difference? So we say when finding common difference, you subtract second term minus the first term, or either the third term minus the second term. So the term that is ahead minus the term which is behind. So in this case, the second term there, it is -7, and the first term is -10. So we are going to subtract -7 minus -10. So when you multiply in between their negative times negative, you're going to have what? A positive. And -7 plus 10, that is going to give you what? It's going to give you 3. From there now, you're just going to substitute in. Where there's n, you're going to put 17. Where there's a, you're going to put -10. And where there's n, you're going to put 17. Where there's d, you're going to put 3, because that is your common difference. So T17 is equal to, first term is 10, -10, of which you're going to write -10 there, plus what is n? N is 17, so 17 minus 1, then d is 3. So from there, 17 minus 1, what is the answer? The answer is 16. So you're going to have -10 plus open bracket 16 cross then 3. From there, you're going to have T17 is equal to -10, then 16 times 3, which is going to give you what? 48. Then what is -10 plus 48? Your answer is going to be 38. So 38 becomes your what? Your answer. So if you look at also the second one, which is they are telling us to find the sum of the first 20 terms, the sum of the first 20 terms. And this is what we are looking today. That's where my keen interest is. So remember, we have the sequence there. We have the first term, we have the second, the third, the fourth. So you even know the formula that you are going to use, because you have at least more than 2 consecutive terms. So the formula that we are going to use is what? Sn is equal to n over 2, then square brackets open to a plus n minus 1d, then you cross with the square brackets. So what is this n? If you look at n here, they're saying the sum of the first 20th term. The sum of the first 20th term. So the sum, your n is going to be 20, because that's the number of terms that you are looking for. So your first n there, you're going to have what? You're going to have 20. Then you open square brackets to, what is a? Your a is -10. So you're going to put 2 in your brackets, -10. Then plus, what is your n? Your n is 20 minus 1. Then your d is 3. You cross with these square brackets. Then from there, it is just a matter of multiplying and expanding. So what is 20 divided by 2? 20 divided by 2, it's what? It is 10. Then what is 2 times -10? It is -20. Then what is 20 minus 1? It is 19. Multiplied by 3, which is the common difference. Then from there, you're going to multiply. S20 is equal to 10. You open brackets, -20 plus, what is 19 times 3? 19 times 3, it's going to give you what? 57. So what is negative 20 plus 57? The answer is 37. So you're going to multiply now 10 times 37, which the answer you're going to get 370. That is your what? That is your sum of the first 20 terms. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned as we'll be looking at now geometric progression. This is the last subheading under the arithmetic progression. So the next topic that we are going to look at is geometric progression. Stay tuned.